What's happening, my life gainers out there? When we talk about life gains on this channel, we're talking about all the things you can do, bringing together all the fast moving parts of life to give you quality of life, which we call life gains. And we like to do that through getting in shape and through being able to say that we have enough money that we can do what we want to do in life, hobbies, whatever you want to do. And one of the foundations that got me to where I am right now is real estate. Now, there are certain avenues you can go through in real estate, and the one I'm going to talk about in this video is wholesale real estate. What does it mean? How do you get involved? And what does it mean when people say no money down, get into real estate? Well, I did a training video for a client a couple of years ago on wholesaling real estate, and I actually walked them through the process and did one with them. And as I'm doing it, I'm making a cold phone call to someone who had a distressed property, and they picked up the phone. So right there, while I'm training someone, we had a live call session, and I'm going to forward you guys to that video right now. Take a look at it. Let me know what you think, and let me know if wholesaling real estate is the avenue you want to go through in terms of building your real estate career. Because real estate has been and is one of the foundations of my investing. And take a look at it. Let me know what you think. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, take a look at my video, and I'll catch you guys on the next Sexy as Hell Life Gains Financial Channel video. Wholesaling Real Estate 101. I personally believe everyone who's in real estate should know how to use this skill, and this video is going to take you step by step. And what we're doing right now is step number one of wholesaling real estate, because we are and yes, I don't mean rolling down the street smoking Indo. I mean you're driving for dollars. You're looking for distressed properties to see what is going to be something you can make a play for. And when you run across something that looks like this, we're going to show you what you do after the fact to make a deal happen. If you're finding me for the first time, please go ahead, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you're down every time we drop these Life Gains videos. Also, check my video description link. That's where you'll see links to everything that we do on this channel. You can make some money, and also support me on Patreon. Let's jump into those looking to get started wholesaling real estate. My name is Lamont Tyson, the Sexy as Hell host of this Life Gains channel, and we're going to take you on that step-by-step journey today to wholesaling real estate, a skill I believe everybody in real estate needs. But before we do that, I gotta put on my +7 glasses of Sexy as Hell, work on skilling up my craft, giving you all a better YouTube experience, something better to look at. For the forms that you'll see in this video that'll help you as you're out there doing this thing, for other great links and for gear, go in my video description and go check out shoplifegains.com. Everything is gonna be down there to help you get started in this wholesaling process. I only ask
that you take this matter seriously. The only matter I do not take seriously, boy, is you. Your politics bore me.
That if you find value in this video, please share it with everybody. Please let people know that you are out here making these gains and this channel is helping you get there. So you guys just seen the first step in the opening of this video. Driving for dollars is still the #1 way you get your real estate. There are also other ways, you know, direct marketing, email marketing, so forth and so forth. But the cheapest way, the way to do it on a shoestring budget, and I ain't talking about Nike shoestrings, I'm talking about them Jordache things, them things us folks that was poor parents used to buy from Kmart. You doing it on that shoestring. Driving for dollars is still the best way to do it. So you found a house that identifies. What's the next step? The next step is you get on your computer and you look it up, and we're going to do that right now on the Sexy as Hell Mac. So I've got my address. All you have to do now, whatever county you're in, go to their tax department and input the address. So for the one I found, it's Alamance County. And this is going to be a free option you can use. Alamance County, everybody's county is going to have this information pop up. And then from there, you would just go to your county's tax directory. So you see you have departments, community, Alamance County, the GIS system, whichever one you want to use. Let's go to departments just for the sake of this video to help those that this is their first time going to anything. And see you have county departments, governments, all that good stuff, online services. And when I first got to doing this, I didn't have anyone helping me do it. So I just came to these websites and you look for tax department. Okay. And I think this is it right here. Tax bills search. This is it. And when you find this, ladies and gentlemen, just come to whatever your counties looks like. They'll look similar, but maybe not the same. And you would just follow the directions to find the information you need. So for what I'm looking for, and you would just put you would put the address that you found while you was out driving for dollars right in here. And as you can see, it says do not include the type. So I'm gonna put, let's see here, Trinity, and I think it's street. So that's why I say while you're doing your driving for dollars, make sure you write down the correct information. Let's test it out. Then we're gonna search. So that wasn't it. Trinity Drive is it. And here's the information. You would just click on it. There's the listing of the owner as of July or what may have you. And as you can see here, it says Charles and Christine W.T. It gives you the tax value of the home, assessed value. And from here, you can go to the next step, which is you try to find their phone number. For all we know, this information right here may or may not be accurate. You can use it if you want to, but you don't know for sure. So probably the path of least resistance would be to just try to give them a call. And so the next step would be you would get their information and you would go to white pages. So I'm on the white pages listing. We know the names we're looking for. We're looking for a Christine T and or a Charles T and Charles W.T. And look at what we found. Right here from the top, scrolling down, Charles William T, Christine Shu T. That's exactly who we're looking for. These two are probably the same. This information pretty much matches up with what we found on the county website. And the phone number's right here. I've blocked it out so that no one knows their phone number. Try to keep it private. This is the deal I'm working on. Next step is you move on, is to give them a phone call based on the information that you found. Let them know who you are. 9 times out of 10, they will not pick up the phone. They've heard people do this to them before. And what you want to do is leave a compelling message with a number that they can reach you back, so that in the event that they fall through, they'll be able to get through somebody and you can make a deal. So let's give them a call. I've got my bullet speaker so that you can hear what I'm going to say on the voicemail.
Hello.
Good afternoon. May I please speak to Mr. Charles Teague?
This is him speaking.
Good afternoon, Mr. Teague. My name is Lamont Tyson, and I am with Tyson's Playground Real Estate Investing Company. How are you doing today?
Good. That was Tyson. What was that again?
Tyson's Playground Real Estate Investing LLC.
Okay. How can I help you?
Well, sir, I was just calling, just wondering if you are in a need or have an interest in selling your home located at 104 Trinity Drive.
I've actually gotten a few of these phone calls lately. I'm not sure what list I got on, but I haven't put much thought into it yet.
Well, sir, probably, let me explain to you what's probably happened. I'm a real estate investor and I work with a team of real estate investors. And one of the ways real estate investors find property is that they usually ride by homes where the grass is a little grown. They might see some mail piling up. And I'm possibly sure that that's how so many people have been trying to contact you and call you. And that's another reason why I'm calling, just wondering Is there a situation where you might be in position to sell or have had to be forced to be in position to sell? And I just wanted to talk to you to see if I can find a way to help you if you have a need.
Well, I'll tell you what, my wife recently took ill, and I've simply had to cut back my hours at work. I don't have time to mow the grass. I barely have time to work, and yeah, things are starting to catch up with us. I just had to take care of my wife first, but the money didn't last as long as I thought it would.
Well, sir, you know, sometimes things happen in life, and I'm so very sorry about what's going on with your wife, and I genuinely wish you well, and just hope that things can get on a better track.
Certainly.
In terms of the obligations that you've kind of been forced into with the real estate, you know, I would like to see if there's any way I can possibly schedule a meeting with you to see if we can talk about helping you possibly alleviate this burden that you're still having with your real estate, because at the end of the day, helping your wife and getting her needs are going to be your top priority. And then maybe we can see if we can kind of line things up with the rest of what's going on in your life in terms of your real estate. Is that something I could possibly set up a meeting to come and meet you wherever is, if I can set up a meeting, come meet you at that home and we can kind of have a discussion about it?
I mean, I'd rather not go bankrupt. I'm not sure we're in such dire need yet that, you know, we really want to move out of the house, but let me make sure you're not one of those signs I see on the side of the road that say we'll pay money for cash or we'll pay money for your house, and you know, those handwritten signs where they promise big bucks but you wonder why it's handwritten.
Yeah, so you know, a lot of real estate investors use those signs. My company personally doesn't. Like I said, I'm more of an individual who invests in real estate, and I try to make a way to help people who have a situation where they're possibly in need and make it so that it's beneficial to everybody.
Could you help me? Let's say I go with this, and I obviously I don't want to go from being in a home to being homeless. Can you help me go to something smaller, but I could still take some of that excess cash from selling this home to something smaller and help with medical bills? You know, I mean, these are just, they catch up with you quick.
Yes, sir. I completely understand what you're saying. And being that I do work with the network, I do have some other homes that you could potentially look at. And I would say that's definitely something we can discuss if you can give me an opportunity to come and meet you, and we can just talk about what currently exists in your home in terms of mortgage, or if it's paid for, owners, the condition of the home. We can certainly analyze all these options if you just allow me to just come and talk to you and really show you what we can offer you to help your situation.
I guess a meeting wouldn't hurt. Can we meet at your office? Do you want to meet here so you can see the property?
Whatever's comfortable for you. However, I would prefer to meet at your property just so I can do a walkthrough, just see the condition of the property, give you a better analysis of what it is we might be able to offer just by being able to see the condition of the home, and really see if we can put something in place to give you peace of mind so that you can really focus on what's most important in this situation.
All right. What's your availability Saturday?
Okay, let's see. Today is August the 31st. Could you possibly do, let's see here, tomorrow's the 1st, Saturday. Could you possibly do 3 p.m.?
I think 3 p.m. would work. Yeah, we can be here.
Okay, great, Mr. T. Well, thank you for your time again. My name is Lamont Tyson with Tyson's Playground LLC. I will bring you a letter, and my number is 336, and I will look forward to meeting you tomorrow at 3 p.m.
All right, we'll be here.
Okay, thank you, Mr. T.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't expecting him to pick up, but I'm glad he did. But let's say he didn't pick up. The next thing you would have done is you would have taken this letter that is in my video description, send him a letter, let him know you're interested in the property, and then you would call him and follow up within the next 7 days. Hopefully he'll get back to you. If not, you keep trying. But all while you're doing this, you're still looking for other properties. So now that I've made contact with him, the next thing I'm going to do when I get to his home, I'm going to get a better feel of what he's going through. I'm going to try to assess the home. And while I'm there, if he's willing to do so, I'm going to make an offer that's going to leave enough meat on the bones. And I'm going to make that offer based on whether or not he has a mortgage. And if it's paid for, that would be my optimum situation. But more than likely, it's probably not paid for. So I'm going to figure out what he owes on a mortgage, figure out if there's any equity in the home, and also do a comparable search on my CRS data website. If you don't have that, you can use the other information used in this video. And then I'm going to make him a comparative offer. But ladies and gentlemen, you've got to leave meat on the bones to make a deal. And if you can do that, you'll have other investors that might want to pick up this property, and that'll be your first deal in wholesaling real estate. And also, if he decides he wants to pick up the deal that I'm going to offer to him, you would give him a due diligence check for $100 to $200 just to take it off the market and to get him to sign the contract. I will have a link for the contract that I use in the video description. And under this contract, you give him maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, whatever you can give him to do. So that gives you an opportunity to get your inspection team in the home, find some other things that might be going on in the home, and if you have to, renegotiate your deal so that you can cover the things that are broken in the home that need fixing and need help, and you can show this to him via paper form by the inspection. The other thing you're going to want to do, you're going to also want him to gain the trust and give you a key so that you can have investors come see the property, or you can have him meet you over there. But it would be a whole lot better if you could just take him out of the situation, gain enough of his trust that he can give you a key so that you can have investors come look at the property, you can have your inspection team come look at the property, and he doesn't have to be dealing with it. But if he's still living there like he mentioned in this video, then you'll just have to bring your team and let him know everything that you're going to be doing to help get this property moved. So now you've got the contract on the home, and you've got to find buyers. One of my real estate mentors, Gerald, he has a great YouTube channel. I will leave his channel in the video description link. Mentioned to me one of the best ways he's been successful when he finds when he gets a home on the contract and moving the contract is by reverse engineering the contract. Reverse engineering wholesaling. How does he do that? He will meet with all the real estate agents in his community that he's built connections with, and ask them who are cash buyers under their customer list that have bought cash homes within the last 90 to 120 days. Those are your gold mine buyers who do this thing and are likely to buy your property quickly. Now let's just say you don't have trusted real estate contacts. Why don't you try calling some real estate agents, telling them who you are, what you're trying to do, that you have a home under contract, and if they can help you move the home, you'll offer them a percentage of whatever you can do to get the home moved. Also, some real estate agents, if the home doesn't have a mortgage, would probably be willing to list it on the MLS if you give them a fee. So ladies and gentlemen, this is how you will overcome finding buyers once you get a home under contract. Another way you can find buyers is go to your county's courthouse auction, see who's buying the real estate. But if you really want to spend that time on the phone, find motivated real estate agents, see who's been buying properties for them for cash, and you can go that route. Lastly, I would encourage you to go to your RIA meetings and your investment group meetings in your community, and that will be another way to find motivated buyers. So you've gone through that whole process. You brought in a couple of buyers, ladies and gentlemen, you showed them, and believe me, I want you to have confidence when you bring these buyers, because the confidence is in the deal. Don't be afraid to talk to the buyers. Even if you're new to this game, if there's a big enough deal, the buyers are going to take you seriously. And the next thing you know, you will have done your first wholesaling deal. And I can only tell you, when you get one done, it feels so gratifying, almost like this moment.
There's too many of them.
For those of you that saw Avengers, you know what it felt like when that moment hit. And here's a copy of what a check would look like once you've gone through the process. And ladies and gentlemen, that is wholesaling real estate step by step, each and every process that you can go through to get started with making money in this whole thing. I must remind you, you might be working this thing for 3 or 4 months before you get the first person that is going to allow you to deal with them. That's just a part of American capitalism. That's just a part of anything you do that's worth value. It is not going to be easy in the beginning, but I'm trying to be a bridge to help you all make this a lot easier so that you can get it done. If you want to reach out to me, I've got links in the video description so that you can talk to me. I'm going to be leaving all the contracts and documents you would need to make this thing happen in the video description, absolutely free. I encourage you to check it out. And as I said earlier in the video, be sure to subscribe to this channel, like my videos, and share them. Let me know if me or any of my people under my team and network can help you with this whole process, as we want to see you be successful. The power is with you, and you can do it.